you just need some focus and know that, you know, everything is going to be okay. You know, despite not being able to go anywhere or do like things that we're used to doing, especially this time of year, especially as we progress, as months, you know, keep going, we're going to have a lot of changes. Uh, um, I guess the best way to start this all is basically tell you a little bit about my story. So I've already like work out of my house. My kids are already homeschooled. I'm a single sole parent. I don't have another parent that is involved in our lives. There's no other like babysitter or anything. I can't just drop off my kids somewhere. They are with me 24/7. So I already felt like in a way that I was on lockdown. So I already know how to deal with this situation, especially already being a year in the situation already. So I want to say that it's going to be okay. You are going to, like a lot of people talk about, you know, just try and find balance, find direction in themselves and things like that. And the best way to explain this is just, if you've seen any of my other videos on personal development, the thing that helped me and helped many other successful people in their lives, I'm big into self-development. I'm big into, you know, learning, you know, through reading, learning through programs, learning from other people, studying history, things like that, success and leadership. So the pattern you'll start to see here is every successful person, every person of leadership role had to go through a period of difficulty. Make it like this is your difficult part. This is your part that that is going to change you as for the better. This is going to be your path to success. And look at it that way. So you are starting your path to success now. So congratulations. And when I mean this is because you'll realize that, you know, yes, this is a forced like shutdown in a way. You have to really think about why are you doing what you're doing in your life? Does it fulfill you? What more would you want to do out of life? What are you missing from your life? How do you feel about yourself? What are you putting pressure on yourself for? And why are you putting that pressure on you? Is there something you can do about you and the way you present yourself and the way you treat others that can change? And what I mean with that is, this all goes back into goal setting and success building and stuff like that, which I'll cover more tomorrow. Like I said, I'll make it more longer. Like we're gonna get a journal. You're gonna get a journal. You're gonna get a notepad, and if you can join. If not, I'll have it on record and I'll put it up on YouTube or something. I'll figure it out tomorrow. So like I said, you need to start with the good thing is just start with you. You are the basis of your universe. And this is basically the whole topic tomorrow. It's more broken down and more dialogue and stories and stuff like that. So you are your universe, right? You're your universe. Everything you think, everything you project, everything you say, every person you bring in your life, every action you do, every hobby you do, every job you take, every situation you put yourself in, every neglectful thing somebody gives you that you take as your reality, any label you've gotten, you know, your whole life, that builds your self personality, right? You say, somebody said, hey, you know, you look like a lonely person, or hey, you look like a drunk, or hey, you're single, so you must, you know, be lonely, you know, anything. You're like 20, so you can't be old enough to have that knowledge, you know. It could be any label that somebody put in your life. And then you accepted it. So you accepted that label as you. Well, you know what? You can change that label anytime. So what you gotta start doing is whoever you want to be, you need to start telling yourself that like over and over and over and over and forever. This is not just like a one and done type thing. There's so much you know, information out there. Just think of it like the grocery store, because this is what stresses me out by going to the grocery store. This is why I don't go to the grocery store. I actually have somebody that goes to the grocery store for me. I pay Instacart, they get my groceries, they bring them here. because the grocery store stresses me out. And this is why. This is an analogy on your life too. So when you go to the grocery store, there's all these aisles, there's all these choices, there's all this information, right? And you're like, hey, you know, I came in here for milk. Oh, well, there's like sweetened milk, there's non-sweetened milk, there's gluten-free milk, whatever. There's almond milk, there's coconut milk, and so you're just like overwhelmed. You're like, oh my God, well, I heard this milk was good. Well, that one would be better. Well, I was feeling kind of crappy when I had that. Or how about that one? This one says, oh wait, this one's like 5 cents off, you know, if I get 2. Or this one's like 10 cents off if I get, you know, there's just so much. Or, oh my God, this one's in a gallon. This one is in a pint. This one is like, it's just too much information. And that's the same with your life, right? It's just too much information. And whatever you decide, so at the grocery store or within your life, in your circle, in your communication that you're feeding into you, whatever you draw in, whatever you purchase, you know, whatever you buy into, that defines who you are as yourself. And you can change that. And it's so easy to start today to change that. All you have to do is basically decide who you are. So this is basically what I just want you to think of tonight, and we'll focus on this more tomorrow. So who do you want to be? And the best way to do this, that I've done this multiple times, think about your legacy. And the best way to think of that is think of like, what would somebody write about you in an obituary paper? So what would they say is your key points in your life? What did you leave behind? What things in your life did you do to give back to society? What did you accomplish that was outside of yourself? And it's always about giving back. Everything in success and in business, everything is not about you. It's about how much you learn to give back. And that's all it is. So yes, you are focusing on you, like who you want to be, but the reason why you focus on you and who you want to be in self-improvement and learning more is just to give back more. And as you give back and as you teach others, the more and more you give back, because you're taking in the knowledge, right? And you're giving it back out. And that's all it is. You're taking in the knowledge and you're giving it back. And the more and more you can give back to the more and more people, the omnipresence, that's what that amazing word is, the omnipresence, right? The more connection you can make, the more you can give back with the knowledge that you acquired, the more it will make you feel better and the more return you will get. Now, this could be return in connections and like friendships. This could be return in financial and money and wealth and success. This could be more opportunities that are coming your way that is designed for the future you want to be in. And it works. And that's the awesome part about it. Even if you don't realize that you're doing this, take a minute tonight and seriously think of like your successes and the choices you've made to put yourself where you're at. And think of the times of stuff that you didn't take an opportunity and you took a different turn and how that made you feel. And you'll really start to see a pattern and say, oh my God, I unconsciously did this action and it put me into this position. It put me with these people that I didn't want to be associated with. It put me in these groups that didn't make me happy, but I kept doing them because I felt like I needed to. Or the opposite. Hey, you know, I sold my house and I got this amazing new house. And yes, it was difficult and whatever, but I got to where I wanted to be.